Leadership begins with knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your communication style, and your approach to challenges. Self-awareness isn't just a desirable quality, it's a cornerstone of authentic leadership. Without understanding yourself, it's nearly impossible to inspire, to guide, and to build trust with others. In this session, we'll start by exploring leadership style assessments, examining tools like Myers Briggs and DISC to help you gain clarity about your leadership approach. Next, we'll focus on identifying strengths and weaknesses, discussing practical methods for honest self-evaluation and feedback gathering. And finally, we'll guide you through creating a personal leadership development plan, ensuring you have a structured roadmap for growth and improvement. To begin, let's discuss leadership style assessments. To become an effective leader, it is essential to understand your natural tendencies, communication style, and decision-making approach. Leadership style assessments serve as valuable tools in this self-discovery process, helping individuals gain deeper insight into their strengths, areas for improvement, and preferred ways of interacting with others. While no single assessment can fully define who you are as a leader, these tools do provide a structured framework for reflection and personal growth. They offer a starting point for recognizing how you handle leadership challenges, manage teams, and navigate workforce dynamics. By understanding your leadership style, you can adapt more effectively to different situations, enhance collaboration, and foster a positive work environment. One of the most well-known personality assessments, the Myers Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI for short, categorizes individuals into 16 personality types based on 4 key dimensions. Each of these dimensions represents a spectrum of preferences that influence how we interact with the world, how we process information, make decisions, and organize our lives. The first dimension, extroversion versus introversion, focuses on how individuals gain energy. Extroverts are energized by social interactions, by external engagement, and dynamic environments. They tend to be more outgoing individuals, expressive, and thrive in team-oriented settings. In contrast, introverts gain energy from solitude and deep reflection. They prefer meaningful one-on-one interactions over large group discussions and often excel in thoughtful decision-making and strategic planning. Leaders with an extroverted preference may be naturally inclined toward open communication, team discussions, and motivating others through high-energy interactions. Introverted leaders, on the other hand, may excel at deep thinking, active listening, and creating structured, well-planned strategies. The second dimension, sensing versus intuition, examines how individuals process information. Those with a sensing preference focus on concrete facts, details, and present realities. They rely on past experiences and prefer practical, step-by-step problem-solving approaches. Individuals with an intuitive preference prioritize patterns, possibilities, and future-oriented thinking. They tend to be visionary, innovative, and comfortable with ambiguity. A leader with a sensing preference may excel at operational efficiency, ensuring processes run smoothly and working with established protocols. In contrast, an intuitive leader may be drawn to strategic innovation, big picture thinking, and long-term planning. The third dimension, thinking versus feeling, explores how individuals make decisions. Thinking-oriented individuals prioritize logic, analysis, and objective reasoning. They focus on fairness, efficiency, and clear-cut problem solving. On the other hand, feeling-oriented individuals consider emotions, values, and the impact on people when making decisions. They emphasize harmony, empathy, and relationship building. A thinking-oriented leader may be strong in decision-making that requires objectivity and rationality, while a feeling-oriented leader may excel at fostering team morale and maintaining strong interpersonal relationships. The fourth dimension, judging versus perceiving, identifies how individuals approach structure and organization. Those with a judging preference prefer structure, planning, and clear organisation. They thrive in environments where expectations and timelines are well defined. Individuals with a perceiving preference, in contrast, are more spontaneous, adaptable, and open to change. They are comfortable working with evolving circumstances and prefer flexibility over rigid structure. Leaders with a judging preference may excel in project management, goal setting, and executing plans with precision, while perceiving leaders may thrive in fast-paced, unpredictable environments that require adaptability and innovation. By understanding an MBTI profile, individuals can gain insights into how they lead, collaborate with others, and handle workplace challenges. Recognizing the personality styles of team members can also help leaders tailor their communication and leadership approach to be more effective. Another widely used leadership tool is the DISC assessment, which evaluates 4 primary behavioral traits that influence how individuals interact, communicate, and make decisions. The first trait, dominance, describes individuals who are competitive, confident, and goal-oriented. They take initiative, embrace challenges, and strive for efficiency and achievement. While their direct approach can drive success, dominant leaders may need to balance their assertiveness with active listening and collaboration. The second trait, influence, represents individuals who are outgoing, persuasive, and thrive in social settings. They are skilled communicators, motivators, and relationship builders. These leaders are effective in inspiring teams and fostering engagement, though they may need to focus on balancing enthusiasm with attention to details. The third trait, steadiness, refers to individuals who value consistency, cooperation, and reliability. They create stable work environments and emphasize teamwork. While they are excellent at maintaining harmony, they may need to work on assertiveness when addressing conflicts or making tough decisions. And the fourth trait, conscientiousness, characterizes individuals who prioritize accuracy, structure, and careful planning. They excel in analytical thinking and logical problem solving. These leaders can be highly effective in research-driven or quality-focused roles, though they may need to work on flexibility when dealing with rapidly changing situations. The DISC assessment provides practical insights into how leaders respond to challenges, communicate with their teams, and manage conflict. Understanding a DISC profile can help individuals refine their leadership approach and adapt to different personalities in the workplace. While personality assessments like MBTI and DISC provide self-awareness, 360-degree feedback offers a real-world evaluation of leadership effectiveness based on input from colleagues, subordinates, and supervisors. This feedback method helps leaders identify blind spots in their leadership approach. It provides a balanced view of strengths and weaknesses by incorporating multiple perspectives. It allows leaders to understand how others perceive their leadership style in practice. And finally, it provides constructive feedback that can guide continuous improvement. Unlike self-assessments, which rely solely on introspection, 360-degree feedback provides external perspectives, ensuring a more comprehensive and actionable understanding of leadership effectiveness. Leadership assessments should not be seen as rigid labels, but as tools for enhancing self-awareness and promoting personal development. To maximize their impact, leaders should take the time to reflect on their results and explore how these insights can improve their leadership approach. After completing an assessment, it is helpful to reflect on questions such as, how do my leadership strengths contribute to my team's success? What challenges arise from my natural leadership tendencies? How can I adapt my leadership approach to be more effective in different situations? Leaders should also seek feedback from colleagues and mentors to gain additional perspectives on how they are perceived in their leadership roles. By actively applying insights from these assessments, they can refine their leadership strategies and improve their effectiveness. It is important to recognize that leadership is dynamic and evolves based on experience. It evolves based on challenges and career growth. Assessments serve as a guide rather than a fixed identity, allowing leaders to continuously adapt and develop their skills. By leveraging leadership style assessments as tools for growth and adaptability, individuals can become more self-aware, effective, and impactful leaders. Now that we've explored leadership assessments and their role in self-awareness, it is important to take the next step in personal development, identifying strengths and weaknesses. While assessments provide valuable insights, the process of self-improvement requires active reflection, honest evaluation, and continuous feedback. Honest self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal and professional growth, yet it can also be one of the most challenging. Many individuals tend to overestimate their strengths, assuming they perform well in all aspects of leadership without recognizing areas where improvement is needed. Conversely, others fixate on their weaknesses, allowing self-doubt to overshadow their true capabilities. Striking the right balance is crucial. A well-rounded leader understands both their strengths and limitations and actively works to leverage their abilities while improving in weaker areas. One of the most effective ways to identify strengths and weaknesses is by reflecting on past experiences. Leadership is often tested in real-world situations, and analysing how you've responded to different challenges can provide valuable insights into your natural abilities. Consider the moments in your career where you felt most confident, capable, and effective as a leader. Perhaps you delivered a high-stakes presentation and remained composed under pressure, demonstrating confidence, clarity, and the ability to engage an audience. Maybe you successfully mediated a conflict between team members, allowing all voices to be heard and resolving the situation in a way that strengthened team dynamics. These instances often highlight core leadership strengths, such as public speaking, conflict resolution, or strategic thinking. Conversely, reflecting on moments where you felt unprepared, overwhelmed, or ineffective can provide equally valuable lessons. Were there times when you struggled to delegate tasks, fearing that the work would not be completed to your standards? Did you avoid addressing a performance issue with a team member because you were unsure of how to provide constructive feedback? Have you ever hesitated in making a critical decision, leading to missed opportunities? These experiences reveal areas for improvement. Instead of viewing these weaknesses as failures, consider them as growth opportunities. Acknowledging where you need to develop is the first step towards becoming a more effective leader. Feedback from others is another invaluable tool for identifying strengths and weaknesses. While self-reflection is important, personal biases can sometimes cloud judgment, making it difficult to objectively assess one's own abilities. Seeking feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or team members who have observed your leadership style in action can provide a clearer and more balanced perspective. When requesting feedback, it is important to approach the conversation with intention and specificity. Instead of asking broad questions such as, "How am I doing as a leader?" consider asking more targeted questions that prompt thoughtful responses. Asking, "What do you think are my greatest strengths as a leader?" encourages others to highlight the qualities and skills they most admire in your leadership. Similarly, inquiring, "Are there areas you feel I could improve?" invites constructive feedback that can guide your growth. The key is to approach feedback with an open mind, understanding that it's not about seeking validation or avoiding criticism, but about gaining meaningful insights that can help you refine your leadership approach. In addition to self-reflection and external feedback, conducting a structured SWOT analysis of your leadership style can provide further clarity. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and is a widely used tool for personal and professional evaluation. The first step in a SWOT analysis is identifying your strengths. These are the internal qualities, skills, and characteristics that contribute to your effectiveness as a leader. Think about what others frequently praise you for, where you naturally excel, and what differentiates you as a leader. Strengths may include strong communication skills, strategic thinking, decisiveness, empathy, or the ability to inspire and motivate a team. The second step involves acknowledging your weaknesses. This requires honesty and self-awareness, as it involves recognizing areas where you struggle or where you've received constructive criticism in the past. Weaknesses could include difficulty in delegation, discomfort with conflict resolution, a tendency to micromanage, or challenges in time management. Beyond strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, it is also essential to recognize your blind spots. Blind spots refer to areas where you may lack awareness of how your behavior impacts others. A leader may believe they are empowering their team by giving them autonomy, but team members may interpret this as a lack of support and direction. Another leader may think they are approachable and receptive to feedback, yet their team may hesitate to voice concerns due to an unintended perception of authority or unavailability. Blind spots often emerge in areas where leaders assume their intentions are clear, but the impact on others may be different. Recognizing blind spots requires a combination of humility, self-awareness, and a willingness to listen. One way to uncover blind spots is through 360-degree feedback, where input is gathered from various perspectives, including supervisors, peers, and direct reports. Being open to these insights and actively working to address any discrepancies between perception and reality can significantly enhance leadership effectiveness. Developing a deep understanding of strengths, weaknesses, and blind spots is a continuous process. Leadership is not about achieving perfection, but about fostering a mindset of growth and adaptability. The most successful leaders are those who embrace self-improvement, seek feedback regularly, and take deliberate action to refine their skills. By investing in self-awareness and making intentional efforts to develop as a leader, individuals can unlock their full potential and create a more positive and impactful leadership presence. With a clearer understanding of your strengths and weaknesses, the next step in leadership development is creating a personal leadership development plan. This plan serves as a strategic roadmap outlining your leadership goals, defining actionable steps, and setting clear timelines for growth. Rather than relying on passive learning or waiting for leadership skills to develop naturally over time, a structured plan allows you to take an intentional, proactive approach to your personal and professional development. The first step in crafting a leadership development plan is defining your leadership vision and goals. Take time to reflect on the kind of leader you aspire to become. Consider what leadership qualities you admire in others and what type of impact you want to have on your team, organization, or industry. Do you envisage yourself leading high-performing teams that achieve exceptional results? Are you focused on becoming a more empathetic communicator who builds strong relationships and fosters trust? Do you want to develop your strategic thinking abilities so that you can guide long-term decision-making and innovation? Clearly defining your leadership vision provides both direction and motivation. It gives you a sense of purpose and helps you align your daily leadership actions with your long-term aspirations. Without a defined vision, leadership growth can feel vague and unfocused, making it harder to track progress or measure success. Once you have a clear vision, the next step is to prioritize your development areas. While it may be tempting to address all aspects of leadership at once, sustainable growth happens incrementally. Trying to improve too many areas simultaneously can lead to frustration, burnout, and a lack of progress. Instead, choose 2 or 3 key areas that are most aligned with your current role or future career aspirations. For example, if you are stepping into a new leadership role, you may need to focus on areas such as decision-making under pressure, team building, or delegation. If you are a more experienced leader looking to refine your leadership style, you may prioritize areas like executive presence, negotiation skills, or mentoring future leaders. By narrowing your focus, you can ensure that your development efforts are intentional, structured, and impactful. After identifying your top leadership development areas, the next step is to determine actionable steps and resources to support your growth. Simply setting a goal such as improved communication is too broad and it doesn't provide a clear path forward. Instead, break your goals into specific, measurable actions that will help you develop the skills you need. For example, if improving communication is one of your goals, your actionable steps might include 1. Enrolling in a public speaking course to refine your ability to articulate ideas clearly and confidently. 2. You may seek mentorship from a communication expert who can provide personalized feedback and coaching. 3. You may practice active listening techniques in every team meeting to build stronger relationships and enhance your understanding. Or 4, delivering at least one presentation per month to improve confidence and effectiveness in speaking engagements. The key to an effective leadership development plan is making actionable steps specific, measurable, and achievable. Instead of setting vague objectives, define clear and structured milestones that allow you to track your progress. Setting clear milestones is crucial for measuring success and staying accountable. Rather than stating an abstract goal like become a better listener, set a specific milestone such as practice active listening techniques in every team meeting for the next 3 months, ensuring that I ask clarifying questions and summarize key points before responding. By breaking down larger goals into small, attainable steps, you create momentum and motivation, making leadership growth a tangible and rewarding process. A well-structured leadership development plan is not a static document. It is a living guide that should evolve as you gain new experiences, face new challenges, and refine your aspirations. To ensure continuous improvement, it is essential to review and adjust your plan regularly. Schedule quarterly or annual check-ins with yourself, a mentor, or leadership coach to reflect on your progress. Ask yourself, what improvements have I made? Where am I still facing challenges? And do my leadership goals need to be adjusted based on new opportunities or challenges? By taking time to review, refine, and update your plan, you ensure that your leadership development remains relevant, purposeful, and aligned with your evolving career journey. Throughout today's session, we've explored several key components of leadership development. We began by discussing leadership style assessments, exploring valuable tools such as Myers Briggs, DISC, and 360-degree feedback to enhance self-awareness and provide a deeper understanding of individual leadership tendencies. We then focused on the importance of identifying strengths and weaknesses, emphasizing the power of self-reflection, external feedback, and SWOT analysis to gain a clear and balanced perspective on leadership capabilities. Recognizing personal strengths allows leaders to leverage their most effective qualities, while acknowledging weaknesses creates opportunities for growth and refinement. And finally, we explored how to create a personal leadership development plan, highlighting the significance of defining a leadership vision, setting clear goals, prioritizing key development areas, taking actionable steps, setting measurable milestones, and regularly reviewing progress. By following this structured approach, leaders can take control of their professional development and continuously evolve in their leadership roles. Self-awareness is the foundation of effective leadership. By understanding your unique leadership style, recognizing your strengths and areas for improvement, and committing to intentional growth, you will be better equipped to lead with confidence, clarity, and authenticity. The most successful leaders are not those who assume they have all the answers, but those who embrace learning, adaptability, and continuous self-improvement. And with that, we conclude Module 1. You have laid a strong foundation by exploring the core principles of leadership and understanding the balance between authority and influence. This knowledge will serve as the building blocks for becoming a more impactful and inspiring leader. As we transition into Module 2, we will delve deeper into the various ways leadership can be practiced. In our next session, we will explore transformational leadership, examine its key characteristics, strengths and weaknesses, and real-world examples of leaders who have successfully inspired change and innovation. For now, take some time to complete a leadership self-assessment. Reflect on your results and identify one specific action you will take this month to enhance your leadership abilities. Investing in your development is one of the most valuable commitments you can make. With that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next module.